take him by surprise. Sneak attack.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
Good evening, folks. If I could have your attention, please. I'd ask everybody if you could. I know it's hot, but if you could please try to slide down a little bit and see if we can get some more people in these bleachers. I see a lot of empty space up there. Also, please be respectful of the handicapped folks. Don't be standing in front of them, please. If we could slide down, try to get some more room in here for people to be able to sit down. Thank you.
Thank you. We're good, man.
flat. See how much lower it is from where you are right now.
Where I am, it doesn't matter, but very well.
You strike yours, Sarah?
I hope it does. Well, that's all right, because look at that.
Actually, tuba's got the extra tuba there, so let's go pump and circumstance first. And tubas for right now, for alma mater, for the warm up, I want you to stay on tubas for right now. Then we'll move to tuba.
I don't know anything about 16 or
pump and circumstance. Just the beginning.
I never really learned military.
Softly, because you don't want to make people think something's happening already, even though they know it's not very much. Okay. The drum roll, I didn't know if it was here we go. Can we go right from that point, right into the next section? Can I cut you off? So, I don't want to play too much because we're mic'd and they could be alma mater. The main thing with that, the main thing with pump and circumstance, before I move to alma mater, is that is the speed that I want to take that today. Okay? What we just did, that's the speed we're taking it. It's going to be slower than what we rehearsed, so that if we do have a little tick up in speed, we'll be okay. Can we go to alma mater quick? That's where I'm a little bit more concerned. Yeah, I know. We're just warming up. First note, alma mater, do we go? Baritone, tenor sax at the beginning there. Well, you guys are double and trombone part. You guys can bring that out more because it's just 4 of you. Okay? Alright, cool. So, that's as much as I want to do. I think you guys are very well prepared. I'm going to go around and do some tuning just to make sure that we're all individually squared away and we'll be ready to go. Alright? We'll be ready to go. Just please hang here.
Good evening. We would just like to let everyone know that graduation DVDs will be on sale starting tomorrow morning. Call the high school office. Give them your name, phone number so they can get back with you. And we will give you a call. We hope to have them back and available in the next 2 weeks. So graduation DVDs, call the school starting tomorrow morning, the high school office, and they will be glad to take your order. Thank you.
shot is going to have to pass by the windowsill. So, it's going to pass by this big white block. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but watch what happens. See that? No, the camera's put where you put it. No, you're gonna post it? Well, no, you're gonna need these now.
Check.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Sussex Technical High School's 2018 graduation. Please remain seated for the processional. Will the audience please stand for the presentation of colors, followed by the singing of our national anthem by the Sussex Tech Chamber Ensemble. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming our platform guests. Our school board president, Mr. Patrick Cooper. Our school board vice president, Mr. George Torbert III. School board members, Ms. Teresa Carey, Ms. Judy Emery, Mr. Marcel Hayes, Mr. Gregory Johnson, Mr. Warren Reed. Our guest speaker, Representative Peter Schwarzkopf. Superintendent, Mr. Stephen Guthrie. Director of Support Services, Dr. John Sell. Director of Extended Learning, Dr. Michael Owens. Supervisor of Transportation and Operations, Mr. Hud Athey. Assistant Principal, Mr. Nick Reese. Dean of Students, Mr. George Fisher. Youth Activities Coordinator, Mrs. Sherry Smith. I also would like to welcome Mrs. Barbara Guthrie, wife of Superintendent Mr. Stephen Guthrie. Mr. Mark Abbott, Senior Class Advisor. Mrs. Kimberly Bailey Thomas, Senior Class Advisor. And at this time, I would like to introduce our Senior Class President, Ms. Hannah O'Hara.
Welcome, Raven families and friends, to the Class of 2018 graduation. And congratulations to the Class of 2018 for your accomplishments this far. We have conquered driver's education, seen plenty of embarrassing Snapchat filters, and had one too many late passes to class. Today is all about you and the way you have grown through 12 years. In fact, today is the last page you write in your chapter of high school. Although some of us thought the day would never come, here it is. Today, we dress up in these funny-looking gowns and square hats to receive black books as teachers and parents watch with teary eyes. They nurtured us to grow, and with a few upsets, they led us in the right direction, whether we have given them the credit or not. They helped shape us for who we are sitting in these seats. Our high school includes teachers who open their hearts to kids from across our county to teach us lifelong lessons. Although some of you are rolling your eyes right now, you may not realize the life lessons we have learned through each subject. English teachers showed us how to write our lives as a book. Math teachers taught us to find the problems and solve them logistically. Science teachers made us ask why. Social studies teachers instructed us to make history. Elective teachers coached us that life doesn't follow a straight curriculum. Our technical teachers gave us the experience in a future workforce that we will soon be joining. With the help of these individuals, some of us needing more help than others, we can sit here today. So thank you for embedding lifelong lessons through your classes. In addition to teachers, our families have heavily influenced our personalities and behaviors. Parents watched us in 2005 get onto the bus and start our elementary school chapter. They instilled encouragement to try our best, helped us when we felt overwhelmed, and gave advice. Although probably we had countless arguments, they are still family, and family should always support each other. My parents always told me to try my best. Maybe I took it a little too literally when I found myself overbooked and involved in everything. Maybe my overachieving side got out of hand a little too much, causing plenty of arguments. But my parents never gave up supporting me and my decisions and my commitments. And now, As my mom and dad shed a tear, they know it was worth all the gray hair they think I caused. So thank you for your encouragement. We needed to leave the house and start our chapter. As a representative voice for the graduates before you, I would like to read some personal thank yous from my classmates. To Mr. Hearing, thank you for drawing the best circles in the entire world. Ms. Fercucci, thank you for everything, from your writing insights to your slices of life. I would like to thank Ms. Day for always making class interesting and passing me. Security guards, thank you for keeping us safe from people cutting off in the lunch lines and the parking lots. Mrs. Simon, thank you for sticking with me, dealing with my disruptive comments, and reading my anatomy questions. I would like to thank Mr. Carlson for letting us eat ruffled potato chips and bagels during A-Push. Thank you to Ms. Smith and Ms. Troyer for always giving us advice and an open mind. I could stand here and read the rest of them, but the time is up, just like it is here on our high school chapter. Most class presidents have given an assignment to their graduates to accomplish until the next time we meet, and I intend to make yours quite simple. Class of 2018, I would like you to thank someone in your life who inspired you, who taught you, who shaped you. Until next time, good luck.
The senior chorus members will now join the Sussex Tech Chorus to perform a final song, My Song.
Good afternoon. It is my honor and privilege this evening to introduce the Salutatorian for the Sussex Technical High School 2018 graduating class. This outstanding student is a member of the National Honor Society, the National Technical Honor Society, and a Governor's School attendee. She has completed all of her English and math courses through the 5-year Academic Challenge program with Delaware Tech and the University of Delaware. In addition to Academic Challenge, she has completed 8 dual enrollment and AP courses, giving her a total of 45 college credits earned while still in high school. This amazing young lady has earned first-team all-conference honors in field hockey, swimming, and soccer. She has received second-team all-state honors in field hockey and first-team all-state honors in soccer. Next year, she will play field hockey and major in exercise science at Liberty University. This gifted young woman is the daughter of proud parents Darren and Rachel Short. Ladies and gentlemen, your salutatorian for the class of 2018 is Miss Kira Short.
I would first like to thank everyone who is here today for taking the time to listen to me stutter and watch me blush. For those of you who know me, you're probably well aware that for me, standing up in front of any number of people to give a speech is horrifying. So standing here today on a stage in front of my teachers, administrators, and the entire class of 2018, in addition to their families and friends, while trying to instill some sort of life lesson, is probably my absolute worst nightmare. So I would like to apologize in advance if there's any point in these next few minutes where I stop forming actual words. I could be getting slightly choked up by the fact that my 4 years at Sussex Tech are over, but it's more likely that I'm trying not to pass out. With that being said, good evening. My name is Kira Short, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak with you all on such an important night. When Mrs. Polizzi told me that I would be giving a speech tonight, I looked her in the eyes and told her that there was no way that that was going to happen, or at least that's what I secretly wanted to say. I really just smiled and nodded, telling her that it would be no problem at all. 5 minutes later, I was sitting in astronomy watching my heart rate accelerate on my Fitbit, and I don't think it's slowed down yet. I can easily say that writing this speech was one of the single most difficult assignments of my high school career. Unlike everything else that I have been asked to do for a class, this speech had no guidelines and was not graded. I was just told to stand up here and talk for 5 minutes. Anyone who knows me knows that in addition to lacking a natural apt for delivering speeches, I'm also a perfectionist and the most indecisive person ever to walk the earth. When it came to this speech, these characteristics were my greatest weaknesses. I could not decide what I wanted to say, but I knew that whatever it was, it needed to be perfect. The only thing I was sure of was that I wanted to evoke some kind of emotion and simultaneously be some sort of inspirational. No amount of time or number of speech drafts could cure my indecisiveness, so I gave up and chose to write about the one thing that was turning my hair gray, a decision. When I was in elementary school, I thought I was going to be an artist. I would wake up in the middle of the night with an image in my head, and before the picture could leave my mind, I would grab a pen and a notebook from my bedside table and start to draw. I would never turn on a light, and I would never look at the sketch before I fell back to sleep. Then in the morning, I would snatch up my journal, anticipating seeing a drawing that would put Van Gogh to shame. Instead, I would flip through the pages of the notebook and wonder why my giraffe had a tail coming out of its ear. After a few months of similar distorted outcomes, I decided that Van Gogh was pretty good at his job, and I was going to leave that to him. After that letdown, I moved on and decided to be an actress. Not just any actress, though. I was going to sing, too. For some reason, I didn't realize that being shy was not an asset to being on stage, but that's beside the point. I would sit in front of my mirror, reading lines and acting out scenes from High School Musical. I would sing every day in the car and every night in the shower. I would sing in my kitchen and the living room and my bedroom until my family finally got annoyed and yelled at me to shut up. Eventually, I mustered up the courage to try out for the school musical. I practiced singing Taylor Swift's hit song, You Belong With Me, for weeks. Yet even after hours of dedication and vocal exercises, the director asked if I knew how to sing Jesus Loves Me instead. I was so mortified by the request and embarrassed by my song choice that I never auditioned for anything ever again. By the time middle school came around, my big dreams had failed me, and I had left behind thoughts of being a world-renowned anything. As a matter of fact, I had no idea who I wanted to be. To this day, I still cannot give you a straight answer to that question. But then again, I don't think any of us can. Even those of us who think we have our futures figured out will face many more decisions that will alter our paths and change our destination. As we go through our lives, we are going to realize that our desires and our plans change. Nothing in your life is necessarily permanent, except maybe that tattoo you wanted for your 18th birthday. So saying, "I don't know," is okay. Just like this speech, life has no rubric. Instead, we are forced to act on our own without rules or guidelines. As we go off to college, the military, the workforce, or take a gap year, there is no one standing over us telling us what to do or how to do it. No one is going to tell us what decisions to make, because the truth of the matter is that there is no right decision. As much as my perfectionism drives me to make the best decision, I am well aware that such a thing does not exist. We are going to mess up and make mistakes, but in the midst of it all, we are also going to make some of the greatest decisions of our lives. We must remember to be brave enough to make our own decisions and to go with them, no matter the outcome that follows. Right now, we are sitting at Sussex Tech together for the last time. I still don't know if I chose the right words to say to you tonight, but I want to wish you congratulations and the best of luck. You may not know where you are going or what you're going to do when you get there, but I have faith that each and every one of you will figure it out. Thank you.
Good evening. It is my honor to introduce our valedictorian of the class of 2018. According to her teachers and her peers, she is highly motivated, intelligent, kind-hearted, classy, caring, and an overall positive individual. She is simply an outstanding student and person. She describes herself as creative, open-minded, eager, self-driven, passionate. She attributes her success to her parents for allowing her to pursue her passion. Her inspiration comes from her friends and her family who motivates her to strive for excellence every day. Her contributions to Sussex Tech High School have been nothing short of spectacular. She is a member of the National Honor Society, the National Technical Honor Society, and a Governor's School attendee. She has successfully completed 7 dual enrollment and AP courses, as well as completed 2 technical areas, business finance and marketing, athletic health care, and physical therapy. She is a proud member of the Jefferson Award Student in Action Team, Sussex Tech swimming team, and she volunteers at Our Lady Lourdes Church. She has been a competitor in the National Business Professionals of America competition, where she finished first place in the nation for global marketing. In addition, she has won first place for the state of Delaware since 2015 in global marketing. Clarice also has completed a local and state level Health Occupations Students of America competitions, that's HOSA. In the fall, she will attend the University of Maryland College Park, where she will major in neurobiology and physiology and minor in Spanish. Her career goal is to pursue a career in medicine. Quotes from her and teachers include, "She's a model student. She's a classy and sweet person. Clarice is kind-hearted, she's intelligent, she's always walking in the classroom with a smile on her face. She is extremely considerate and respectful to her peers. Her creativity amazes me. I am so excited to see her flourish to the next chapter of her life. She is the definition of the word awesome." Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is my pleasure and honor to present to you Sussex Tech High School's valedictorian of the great class of 2018, Miss Clarice Aline Rodriguez Papola.
For those of you who don't know me, I tried something new this year, my senior year. I tried a sport, and specifically I tried swimming. From the beginning of the season to its end, I actually gained 20 seconds in my sprint, and apparently you're not supposed to do that, so Miss Thomas, I'm sorry. And that kind of describes my high school experience as a big race to the finish. I know it seems like I must have swam 20 miles a day to get here, and sometimes it feels like I did, but I think we all feel like that. But I learned that yes, I'm glad to have finished, but I'm even more glad for the experiences and the friends that have made this race life-changing. So good evening, I am Clarice Pamplona, and I am honored to represent my class as this year's valedictorian. Welcome, parents, teachers, friends, and faculty of Sussex Tech's to Sussex Tech's esteemed graduation ceremony. And to the class of 2018, welcome to the rest of all our lives. So I want to start off by acknowledging something I've noticed throughout the year, and I think some of you guys have noticed the same thing. And I might not be speaking on the behalf of everyone, but I've definitely noticed that a lot of us were just struggling. High school was hard. Parents, teachers, if you don't know it yet, being 18 and trying to figure out what you want to do with your life while at the same time trying to apply to colleges and scholarships is hard. Juggling families and friends and schoolwork and sports while still having faith in yourself and in others is hard. We've already started going our separate ways, and each one of us went through a lot, most of which we never said out loud. And it can be frustrating when it feels like the people around us don't really understand. But guys, if I can promise you anything, it's that you're going to miss this. We are going to miss this. I know high school was frustrating and overwhelming, but I think we're going to realize soon that life can be frustrating. But that doesn't mean we stop appreciating the good. At least for me, I know that I'm going to miss the comfort of this place, these people, because this place is our home. And we're going to have to try to figure out how to be on our own next year. And I'm going to miss attempting not to die a brutal death at the hands of Mr. Lewis's bouncy ball. I'm going to miss trying to figure out whether Mr. Aiken is actually mad at me whenever he yelled, which was all the time. So thank you, high school, for being bittersweet, but all around for being something that has built all of us into being better, stronger people. And there are so many other thank yous to go around. To our different faiths that gave us the strength to believe in ourselves. And of course, thank you to our classmates, friends, and more than friends. If you can't see me, I'm winking. To the Sussex Tech administration, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Denby, for attempting to teach us how to dance during the lunches. I hope you never dance the way we taught you during homecoming. Thank you to our counselors for helping us when we don't quite yet know how to be an adult. To Mr. Furch, thank you for not only acting like, but very clearly looking like the man upstairs. Thank you to our technical areas for becoming a family I've had the privilege of being a part of, and to our technical area teachers. Thank you for your pulled chicken, Mrs. Wright. And thank you to all our best friends for sitting by me at the front of the bus when no one else did, mainly because your mom made you, for watching my dogs, for lying under the stars with us. Thank you. And above all, thank you to our families, for our siblings. To my 13-year-old sister, thank you for helping me win 3 victory royales in Fortnite. For our dads, for inspiring us to be strong. Thank you to my dad, Pompey, who said if I didn't mention his name in my speech, I would get in trouble. There he is. Thank you for upgrading from a hut house to a home, and for upgrading from banana leaves to real toilet paper. For all our moms, and to our mommy, to my mommy, who had the hard job of pushing us when we didn't think we could do it. We didn't always understand you, but we're glad that you did it. And to my grandma, who traveled almost 9,000 miles to be here today and who had no idea I'd be giving the speech, thank you. And to all the families and friends who traveled across our nation to support our graduates, thank you for molding us to be the young adults who deserve to walk across this stage today. So high school was filled with all our firsts. First time diving off that block, first time leading the tech pack, first class, first heartbreak, first love, first skip day, second skip day, third skip day, realizing it was only September. But I guess it was also filled with some of our last too. The last time we'll ever be with our technical areas as a class. The last time we'll be able to hang out in the library when we're not supposed to. The last slow dance. And the last time we'll ever throw a football on this field. The last time the players on that field will be our friends. So I guess Scotty McCreery was right. The next time you walk onto this field, we'll have to pay for a ticket. But I believe that this class, the class of 2018, is by far the most resilient, the most decorated, and the most inspiring. We've proved that we are more than just students or daughters or sons or friends. We are empowering young adults who do not fit the mold, who break barriers and embolden others. Some of us may not feel that way right now, but believe that what you have been through has made you invincible and worth something. The day you get old is when you stop believing in that. So I leave all of you with a piece of advice. Do you, and do good. Wherever you go, whether it's to college or to serve or to work, do what you need to do for you. You are your own person living your very own life, and that is precious. You have the freedom to choose. And lastly, do good. And everything you do, do with kindness, because we lack too much of it in our day. Be open to new perspectives. Have forgiveness for others and for yourself. Be kind, but be firm too, because you don't want to be a pushover like me. Because we can want money and power and fame, but that will never be enough. Because some people are going to need that kindness, and you never know when that someone is going to need it, and that someone might be you. So let's practice kindness very quickly, because I know you guys are itching to walk across the stage. So I'd like all of you to turn to the person to your left and say, "Wow, you look really nice today." Now, turn to the person to your right and say, "Wow, you look a lot better than the person on my left." As a friend once told me, time never seems to slow down. Time will not stop for us. So as the world spins and changes, live. Go for a hike. Get a dog. Get lots of dogs. Please get a lot of pets in general. Read that book and cry. Cry hard. Make new friends. Go to that party, but go to that party responsibly. Try swimming and be better at swimming than I was, but just give yourself room to learn and grow. So thank you, class of 2018. I will truly miss all of you. I am honored to have been a part of this class, but I'm even more honored to have been your friend. Congratulations.
What a night, gosh, what a great speech, amazing. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce our guest speaker, Representative Schwarzkopf is Speaker of the House of Representatives. He has served as Majority Leader for 4 years before being selected Speaker of the House in 2012. He is a full-time legislator with an extensive background in public safety. Representative Schwarzkopf has represented the 14 districts since 2002 as a retired state police captain and troop commander with 25 years of service. His district includes Rehoboth, Lewis, and Dewey Beach. Representative Schwarzkopf graduated from Wilmington College with a BS in Human Resource Management. He graduated from Northwestern University School of Police Staff and Command and was first in his class at the Delaware State Police Academy. Representative Schwarzkopf is active in several nonprofit organizations, including the Delaware Special Olympics, the Midway Lions Club, the Delaware State Troopers Association, the National Kidney Foundation, which a few years ago he donated one of his kidneys to help somebody else. That's amazing. And the Jean and Joan Fund, which raises money to help families and patients who are being treated at Tunnel Cancer Center. As an ocean lifeguard for many summers in his youth, Delaware's coastal communities have always held a special place in this Representative Schwarzkopf's heart. These days, Representative and his wife Carol enjoy spending time with their children and grandchildren while taking advantage of all the First State has to offer the residents and visitors alike. Please welcome my friend, my representative, Sussex Tech's new friend, Pete Schwarzkopf.
Denver, do you mind if I move this down? Good evening, everybody. So this is a guest speaker's nightmare to follow somebody like Clarice. That was a heck of a speech. That was a very good speech. So I want to start out with saying Hannah O'Hara, Amy Kraft, Alex Angel, and Caitlin Atkins. They're your class officers for the class of 2018. 2 years ago, they heard me speak and afterwards asked if I would agree to speak at their class graduation. Silly me, I thought they meant the graduating class of 2017. So you can imagine how distraught I was that I never got your call last year. Superintendent Guthrie, Principal Demby, members of the school board, I want to thank you for allowing me to address the graduating class of 2018. To all the teachers, paras, instructors, and supporting staff of Sussex Tech, God bless you all. You have given so much of yourselves to make sure that these kids made it to this special day. You have prepared them academically, technically, and socially to give them the best chance to succeed in whatever the future holds for them. And I thank you for everything you have done for these young adults. I promise you that while they may not have always been paying attention, they were always listening to what you had to say. To the parents and family members, this is truly your night as well. To watch your child or family member accept their diploma is an acknowledgement of all the sacrifices and contributions that you have made along the way. Counseling them, assisting with homework, class projects, field trips, chaperones, parent-teacher meetings, sporting events, extracurricular activities. Working with their teachers, you have gotten them to their first significant societal checkpoint, their high school graduation night. And for that, you should all be very, very proud. And to the class of 2018, congratulations on a job well done and deserving of special recognition here tonight. For some of you, it has been a steady and successful 13 years. For others, a bit more challenging. And for some of you, I'm sure your teachers had to reach deep down inside of themselves and bring you kicking and screaming through your final year to be here tonight. I was actually in that final category. After getting over that devastating blow of not being asked to speak last year, imagine my surprise when I got a letter from your class officer 7 months ago telling me that I owed them a speech. They had been part of a student council conference that I had addressed the previous year, and they said I had a story that graduating kids needed to hear. I had arrived that day with a prepared speech, but for some reason I decided to toss the speech, and we engaged in about an hour of very candid conversation. And I opened up to them about my background, which to that point had been something that I never really talked about to anyone. But when I talked to those kids, it came out in short pieces, and I realized that if I could help one child understand that they can rise above their problems, that they are not trapped by their past mistakes, then it would be worth telling my story. I sat in that same chair that you were in 46 years ago. You do the math. And don't say it out loud. I don't want to hear it. 46 years ago, I sat in your chair waiting to receive my diploma, but I almost didn't make it. Born in Philly, I lived just outside of the city in a town called Glenside. I was a mess as a young boy. Not really a bad kid, just very, very ornery. As far back as I can remember, I began to pal around with kids that were 5 or 6 years older than me. I was 6 years old, they were 11 and 12. They could run faster than me, and I'd always get caught by the cops. I became a very independent, yet uncontrollable little boy. I was always in trouble, both in school and with the local police. If the police saw me walking to school, they would put me in their car and take me to school so I wouldn't get in trouble along the way. Then my father died when I was 7, and I was getting more uncontrollable. I never had a good relationship with my father for various reasons, but his death rocked our family, and my life changed dramatically. It's called a significant emotional event, an event that is so real that it changes your behavior, usually for the better. In my case, it made mine worse. I ran away twice when I was 7 years old, only to be brought back a couple days later by the police. I was smoking with the bigger boys and going nowhere in a real hurry. My mother tried everything, punishment, counseling, but I was incorrigible by then. My mother was at wit's end, stay-at-home mom, recently widowed, with 4 kids to raise. She made a really tough decision that no mother should ever have to make. She gave me up. Notice I said she gave me up, but she didn't give up on me. She put me in Milton Hershey School with my brother, who just happened to be a good kid. He just got drugged along behind me. It was a school for boys who were orphans or only had one parent. 15 boys to a house with a house mother and a house father. It was designed to reintroduce boys back into a family setting. Funded by the Hershey Chocolate Trust, it was the best education in existence, and they taught us a work and study ethic and discipline. But we actually had to move to Hershey. Mom was allowed to visit us 1 week in a month, and we could come home with her for 2 weeks at Christmas and 30 days during the summer. My brother and I lived at the school for over 4 years until my mother remarried and moved to Bethany Beach. My mother would later tell me that putting us in Hershey was the hardest decision she made in her entire life. And my response was that for me, it was the best decision she ever made. She saved me from an early death or a life in prison, which is exactly what happened to all my older friends from Glenside, every one of them. I was almost 13 when I moved to Delaware, and I fell in love with the beach. I became a beach rat, which kept me occupied during the summer. I went to Indian River High School, where I started to backslide into my ornery old self. I was pretty much the class clown and struggled through school with average grades. Around that time, my mother got divorced and became a single mom again, with the original 4 Schwarzkopf kids and the addition of a half-brother, step-brother, and a foster sister. We were a hodgepodge of personalities and problems, and we were very poor, but Mom struggled to keep us together. My first job was at the age of 15. My brother Paul and I worked on a road crew catching chickens 2 or 3 nights a week, even on school nights. When we got paid, the money went to my mom to help pay for food and household bills. We were on the free lunch program, and I didn't care. I loved those ladies in the cafeteria. I'd walk in and they'd have my lunch of 2 bologna and cheese sandwiches, tomato soup, 2 chocolate milks, and a creamsicle waiting for me every day. In my world, it was the one constant that I came to depend on for normalcy. In my senior year, after paddling by the principal, that's back when they could still do those things. In my senior year, after paddling by the principal, I'd had enough, and I decided to quit school with only a few months to go. It was actually a teacher who picked me up hitchhiking and convinced me to go back to school and talk to the same guy who just paddled me the day before. He actually listened to my point of view, and I listened to his, and together we made the decision to go back and finish the year and get my diploma. It was the first time I felt like I had a seat at the grown-ups table for a discussion about my future. It was also a good decision on my part. So yeah, I sat in your chair in 1972, and I was the smartest person that I knew. The one thing I did know for certain, that I wasn't going on to college. Mom didn't have the money, and I sure didn't get any academic scholarship money. Because I was only 5'2" and weighed 100 pounds when I graduated, I didn't feel like I ever fit in either. I know, you're looking at me like, you weren't 5'2", but I was. I was 5'2", wrestled 98-pound weight class, senior year. I had enough of school, and I wanted to go get a job. I wanted all the material things that all my friends who had a mom and a dad had, like nicer clothes, a car, money in my pocket, and being able to take a girl to the movies. I needed a job, so I turned to where I felt comfortable, the beach. Because I was so small, I had to be prodded by the beach patrol captain to try out for the Bethany Beach Patrol. I got the job, but it wasn't really a job, it was all fun. It was a great time. But I do believe it was lifeguarding that gave me my love for public service. It's when I discovered that I actually liked helping people. I also learned discipline, responsibility, loyalty, and I finally knew the feeling of being a member of a team, learning to think of others before self. At the end of the summer, I took a real job at Shaw Poultry Plant, carrying diseased chickens in a wheelbarrow, dyeing them purple and piling them in a room for later disposal. I lasted about 2 paychecks. Then I took a job at King Cole Canning Company. I moved up in the world, where I worked on the mixed vegetable line. My job consisted of lifting 100-pound bags of frozen peas, beating them loose with a pipe, and feeding them into an auger, which funneled them into a big vat with other veggies. That job lasted about 2 paychecks too. But those 2 jobs made me grow up in a hurry, and I decided that I did not want to work like that for the rest of my life. If you have to work, it should be doing something that excites you and keeps you happy. Then one day I was driving past the Delaware Technical Community College near Georgetown. For whatever reason, which I still can't describe, I stopped and walked into the school. I was looking at some pictures on the wall when this man came up, and asked me if I was a student there. When I said no, I thought he was going to throw me out. Instead, he asked me if I wanted to be a student. And I told him I wasn't sure. And he said, let's go talk about it. And we spent the next 2.5 hours in his office. His name was Jim Uri, the local guy from Georgetown. He's a counselor. And when I left, I was enrolled as a student. And he gave me a grant, a loan, and a part-time job as an electrician's helper. Mr. Uri took a chance on me. Together, we plotted out my classes, and I decided to pursue a degree in criminal justice. He helped to change my life, and I felt this unbridled sense that I had to do well in my classes to prove that he didn't make a mistake. I owed that to him. Once classes started, I discovered that I actually liked college and decided I wanted to be a police officer, partly as a thank you to all the police officers who had interacted with me as a troubled young boy. For the first time in my life, I had a goal of what I wanted to do. But a goal without a plan is just a dream. So I introduced myself to the criminal justice curriculum director. He was a retired major from the Delaware State Police named Ed Horney. He took me under his wing and helped guide me towards the law enforcement profession. Now I had a plan to succeed, and I felt the need to pay back my instructor by doing the best work possible. I graduated near the top of my class and applied to the state police when I was 20, and again, fate seemed to step to the plate and help me out. Sussex County Council had just contracted with the state police to pay for 10 additional troopers for Sussex County and asked that full consideration be given to applicants from Sussex County. And my background investigator, not known for being the most sensitive guy in the world, wrote in my background that you can see almost to the day where I flipped an internal switch and grew up, and he decided to assign my very little importance to my behavior before I was 18. That was a huge, huge break for me. I was hired, and again I felt the need to prove to Sergeant Whaley that he did not make a mistake by recommending me. I finished first academically in my class, and within 2 years I was assigned to the criminal investigative unit under his command. That's the way it was throughout my 25-year career. Always at the right time, someone came into my life and helped me, and in return, I tried to be the best I could be so I wouldn't let them down. Since graduating high school, I have always had the calling of public service and the need to help others. The state police offered me both, and I loved every minute of my career. Now I am Speaker of the House of Representatives, 5th in line to be governor. I have been very fortunate to have had 2 careers. The interaction with people has been a priority. And I have learned that if you want to be successful, you need to build relationships, because success and happiness is all about people. It hasn't been a straight path for me, from high school to what I do now. There were detours along the way, a few do-overs, great opportunities, and some surprises. And I learned a lot about myself. Looking back, I very easily could have given up. Being a wreck of a kid with lots of emotional issues, growing up poor, dealing with family suicide, and physical abuse. Throwing an alcoholic stepfather, most kids would probably fold. Standing here, I know that there are some of you that can relate to some of the things I went through. I am living proof that you can rise above anything you've had to endure to date. Don't let past behavior or other people define you. And don't ever, ever, ever give up on yourself. There will always be someone along your path with a hand out to help you. You just have to slow down long enough to find them, allow them to help guide you, and then pay them back by doing your best. I want to close with something I read in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. For me, it was a game changer in how I approached issues. In his book, he describes life as 2 circles, a circle of influence and a circle of concern. The circle of concern consists of things you often waste time and energy worrying about, but that you have little or no control over. Items such as the threat of war, worrying about Facebook posts, whether it's going to rain tonight, fall squarely in the circle of concern. They occupy a ridiculous amount of your time and energy, but you really have no control over those events. Worrying about the circle of concern is considered reactive behavior. On the other hand, the circle of influence is full of things that you can influence and affect change. Items such as your physical fitness, a test in school, fixing a car, are all examples in the circle of influence. Concentrating on the circle of influence is considered proactive behavior. Spend the majority of your time at work and home expanding your circle of influence and shrinking your circle of concern. Reactive people always start to fall behind, while proactive people go on to light up the world. After tonight, you have many decisions to make. I challenge each of you to understand that you have the power within to affect positive change in your life. If you don't like your class, change the one you will excel in. If you don't like your job, find one you enjoy. If you don't like where you live, move. If you don't like your friend's behavior, find new friends. And if you're feeling low, go get a puppy. The point is, be happy with what you choose for your future. Only you can deliver that sense of worth and happiness to you. I wish all of you a great future and good luck and happiness in whatever you choose for your future. Thank you very much.
Just a little token of our thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Our Sussex Tech Band will now perform our alma mater, Ravens Forevermore. Students will now proceed to assemble for the awarding of diplomas and technical certificates. They will be presented by our school board president, Mr. Cooper, Representative Schwarzkopf, and myself.
All right, class of 2018, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. Hannah Elizabeth O'Hara. Amy Elizabeth Kraft. Alex Martin Angel. Caitlin Marianne Atkins. Cheyenne Renee Adams. Justin Joseph Alloway. Olivia Christine Alloway. Madison Elizabeth Alt. Bennett Neil Anderson, Jr. Caleb Levi Anderson. Abigail Lynn Angel. Mackenzie Dell Ancrum. Brian Alexander Archilla Marquin. Dylan Eric Armiger. Rebecca Lynn Arpey. Joshua Emmanuel Artiga. Eli Chad Asher. Sarah Rose Ashmore. Brayton James Babinski. Maya Catherine Bain. Elizabeth Sarah Baird. Benjamin Aaron Baker. Kareem Katali Balderas Ortega. Jake Edgar Barnett. Michael John Barr. Daniela Barrientos Granados. Sydney Nicole Beard. Dustin Michael Bedeman. Victoria Darlene Bell. Dawson Clyde Ballou. Connor Anthony Bendistis. Madison Joe Barry. Hannah Ineva May Betts. Sinai Briani Bisram. Eric Draven Bluto. Khalil Kwame Bolden. Matthew Allen Borgman. Kennedy Kaysen Bordelli. Trevor Monroe Bowden. Chase Robert Bauer. Rachel Nicole Brenneman. Ryan Alston Brittingham. Bianca Ryan Broughton. Jeremiah Joaquim Brown. Aaliyah Marie Browning. Joseph Elliott Bryce. Thomas Lester Bunting. Jaquan Deshaun Burton. Jake Edward Caldwell. Adam Sinclair Calvert. Samantha Lee Campbell. Sabrina Naomi Campos. Sabrina Alexis Cardarelli. Reina Helena Carter. Allison Renee Carey. Trent Colborn Carey. Gianni Christopher Carfioli. Ryan Brianna Carlisle. Brittany Grace Carpenter. Eric Joseph Carpinetta. Aaron Joseph Caro. Devin Elise Carter. Cameron Dwayne Cash. Weisman Costello Carmine. Beshi Karismi. William Benton Childers. Audulette Clavel Jr. Brooke Mackenzie Klauser. Dawson Payne Cohen. Alyssa Brooke Collins. Shane Wesley Collins. Cheyenne Anita Colon. Dominic Lamar Conquest. Michael Sean Covey. Hope Morgan Craig. Samuel Cruz Bonilla. Kelly Elizabeth Rose Culver. Abigail Lynn Davis. Caitlin Ann Davis. Davion Lene de Graffenried. Marisol Delion Duque. Javier Delphine Aguirre. John Robinson Delosier. Patrick Chaselin Dennis. Joy Ann Marie Deputy. Isis Diana DeShields. Jonte Nakaya Desiree. Kayla Marie Ella Dewey. Kaylin Marie Dick. Alston Patrick Dill. Terrence Jamal Dixon. Drew Nestor Dominguez Abreu. Christopher Michael Doppler. Patrick Thomas Doppler. Nikita Lynn Downs. Michelle Tony Draper. Abigail Marie Drummond. Delilah Catherine Michelle Drummond. Sean Patrick Duffy II. Etidin Nil Eddy. Freddie D. Allen Willis Ely Jr. Kara Kinsey Ely. Janitza Estrada. Lindsay Nicole Evick. Savannah Ray Ann Faulkner. Jada Tatiana Fields. Derek Filsamy. Sierra Eva Fendyson. Jared Matthew Furch. Antoine Lee Foreman. Harrison Matthew Foxwell. Jordan Caitlin Fries. Tyke Rasheen Frisbee Jr. Jennifer Fuentes Garcia. Mallory Renee Galaska. Daisy Joanna Garcia. Caitlin May Garn. Jacqueline Garrido. Julian Curtis Gata. Catherine Alexandra Gay. Jason Scott Ginshaw. Catherine Ann Giles. Gloria Estefania Gomez. Jacqueline Gomez Brasino. Eliel Gonzalez Gomez. Hannah Elizabeth Gray. Curtis Cassidy Green Sheehan. Elijah Joseph Green. Michael Joseph Greenstreet III. Jarrett William Groton. Emily Janae Gondry. Bree Noel Hagan. David Keith Hall. Kaya Drew Hall. Ashley Lynn Hangsteffer. LaKendra Deshay Renee Harp. Caleb Christopher Harris. Cole Patrick Hatton. William Kevin Hearn. Shania Lene Hendricks. Destiny Elise Hickman. Brittany Marie Hill. Rajan DeRay Hill. Zoe Maria Hill. Hope Patricia Ann Hillenberg. Hunter Grant Heinlein. Caitlin Myra Hitchens. Ariana Sinise Holland. There we go. Shayla Inez Hope. Amaya Ray Hudson. Jared Cater Hudson. Jenna Brianne Hudson. Miles Alexander Hudson. Keegan O'Connell Hunsicker. Jaron Samuel Hunt Fletcher. Danisha Linud Destiny Isler. Carnay Destiny Jackson. Deja Inez Jackson Powell. Kamira Shanaeann Jacobs Hope. Jacob Aaron James. Pierce Christian Jarvis.
Okay, so that's about it.
Anthony DeMaje Johnson. Cameron Ross Johnson. Naja Janae Johnson. Princess Monet Diane Jones. Samantha Danielle Jones. Erica Lee Joseph. John Patrick Kane. Tatum Lee Kane. Alston Kenneth Capella. Ingen Cardenas. Jacob Thomas Carrick. Jared Charles Kay. Bailey Elise Ketterman.
Kendra Ani Kimmy. Brittany Callie King. Lily Marie Klepak. Victoria Lynn Knapp. John Ross Kopp. Seth Michael Kowishin. Nolan Seanpay Lementine. Rain Del Lawrence. Grace Teresa Lee. Latrell Keyshawn Lee. Dylan Page Lennox. Victor Theodore Letnoff III. Reagan Brooke Little. Parker Joseph Logston. Andrew Tyler McGill. Kristen Ann Malik. Jordan Scott Marine. Ashley Michelle Martinez Corre. Natalia Martinez Serrano. Kyle Anthony Martini. Jacob Taylor Mason. Taylor Nicole Maxfield. Gemini Anna McCloskey. Tiffany Ann McDonough. Dakota Storm McGrath. Cameron Ann McTeer. Rebecca Ann Merritt. Ella Lynn Messick. El Shaddai Roland Mifflin. Lauren Elizabeth Miller. Tanasia Keziah Miller. Derek John Milligan. Tanner Brecken Milligan. Sean Patrick Mitchell. Christine Angela Halua Mood. Kirsten Brene Morgan. Diego Morones Castillo. Monet Akira Morris. Tajir Benjamin Morris. Emma Ann Moroney. Jasmine Marie Mosley. Garrett David Mudge. Jayla Danae Mullen. Ruby Patrice Mullen. Shannon Aileen Murphy. Robert Thomas Nagel. Jocelyn Marie Nichols. Alexander Matthew Nickel. Sheila Naomi Niz Lopez. Sasha Ann Marie Norris. Haley Nicole Norwood. Lindy Denise Ocampo Fuentes. Elizabeth Ortiz Perez. Eli Feliciano Ortiz Perez. Michael Keith Ottinger II. James Nicholas Houghton. Clarice Elaine Rodriguez Pamplona. Yuritsi Angelica Parada. Abigail Rain Pardoci. Gabrielle Song Pardoci. Brooke Ashley Parker. Madison Parker. Brady Patrick Parks. Alexis Lorraine Pasquale. Alexa Rose Pavlik. Anthony Michael Pavone, Jr. Matthew Aaron Pennington. Megan Dale Purdue. Carlos Alfredo Perez. Roberto Emilio Perez Garcia. Cesar Giovanni Perez Garcia. Darvin Michael Perez Mendez. Carlos Antonio Perez Roblero. Jaden Alfred Perkins. Devin Tyler Perry. Tia Nicole Persolio. Maya Brene Phillips. Abigail Lee Porter. Cara Lene Powell Tinsley. Jenna Colette Prosino. Madison Mackenzie Puanco. Sydney May Paulsonella. Drew Michael Purdy. Amaya Daisiana Purnell. Nathaniel Mark Quillen. Samantha Ramirez Cruz. Gabby Yalen Reyes Benitez. Garrett Byron Richardson. Braden Chase Ritter. Ariana Janae Roach. Randy Tanner Robb. Tyler Arthur Robbins. Morgan Ann Roberts. Jerica Lorraine Robertson. Rachel Marie Robinson. Giselle Roblero. Jessica Marie Rogers. Dustin Glenn Rolfe. Christian Michael Rothermel. Derek James Rust. Kirsten Taylor Rust. Savannah Mae Rust. Deshaun Andre Sample Jr. Madeline Mariah Sansone. Victoria Santos Orduña. Kathleen Allison Saxon. Simon Lee Schilling. Madeline Rose Schneider. Hunter Joseph Sievers. Hannah Marie Sheffer. Tegan Matthew Shockley. Kira Mackenzie Short. Nathaniel Hunter Showaker. Hannah Nicole Simmons. Danielle Nicole Singer. Alexis Brianna Deveki Singh. Jada Lorraine Sibbles. Jaden John Skiba. Haley Elizabeth Slater. Jamiles Frederick Small. Justin Christopher Smith. Joshua Emmanuel Sneed. Sierra Nicole Southern. Graham Avery Spellman. Charles Palmer Spicer. Theodore Bradley Romaine Strategarius. Leslie Suarez Garcia. Abigail Jane Swearer. Keziah Nicole Tatum. Dylan Michael Taylor. Ryan Wayne Taylor. Rayshawn Carlo Teagle. Kevin Allen Tarico Berduo. Lamar Dynell Thompson, Jr. Sarah Elizabeth Thompson. Juliana Rose Thornton. Jennifer Ariel Torres Zakaria. Claire Marie Trimble. Jacob Christopher Tucker. Elijah Jordan Tall. Kanaya Patrice Tall. Alexander Lee Timmons. Aaron Donovan Unger. Brittany Velasquez Osorio. Elian Villalobos Rodriguez. Callista Spencer Waddell. Tyasia Monet Walker. Alyssa Ann Warren. Monchelle Renee Mayola Walters. Amaya Kimberly Webb. Kenneth Wayne Webb, Jr. Bryce Fergus Weller. Haley Logan Wells. Benjamin Schuyler Westbrook. Isaac Dan Whaley, Jr. Jillian Sarah Wharton. Kiera Abella Wilton. Jacob Evan White. Nicholas Charles Wilder. Benjamin Tobias Willie. Cameron Kashane Williams. Ariana Marie Wilson. Jacob Owens Wilson. Tyler Reese Wilson.
Proud of you, son. Proud of you.
Michaela Linnell Monique Winder. Eric Devin Winter. Cyrus Allie James Wolford. Taryn Renee Wood. Toriana Raquel Wright. Colby Anthony Wyatt. Sierra Marie Yeager. Anna Renee York. Luz Daniela Zacharias. Zane Joseph Zellhart. And the last student in the great class of 2018, Dane Michael Zimmerman.
All students, please rise for the tassel ceremony led by Senior Class President Hannah O'Hara. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2018 graduating class of Sussex Technical High School.